what I'd like this half of people to do is to go up to Haven Green and volunteer to help individual traders.
People who just have stopped and talked to us just because we've got a brush and, oh yeah, fantastic, how can we join in? And it's just like, it just shows how people pull together when anything happens. And when I was told to come down to London, it was like, oh no one talks to each other and everyone's like this. But it's just been weirdly, it's been quite a nice experience to just come out and do this.
I know the people that own Ealing Local that got burnt down, and I've tried to clear up, and I did a minimal amount. But a lot of the places have either been cleared up already, which is good, or such as the High Street's doing, but at the moment it's still a crime scene. So there's a big group of people that's just head off that way that are, at the moment, are a little bit aimless.
In Stock Newington, big Turkish and Kurdish community from Turkey, you know that. And when we hear these messages, we want to protect our area. Why? Because the police, they don't have enough authority. That's why. And our customers, our friends, and our workers, and all the other shops, you know that, we are ready to cover our business.
The police didn't really do much to protect the community. If it wasn't for us lot, this place would have suffered the same fate as Tottenham and Croydon and other places in London as well. Our community should be an example for other communities. They should be more vigilant as well to their own community as well. They should defend off. They shouldn't just, well, I'm not saying just go out there and try to be a hero on yourself, but it could be united as a community. You'll be stronger when you're together.
I opened up the shop, and in the morning, customers start coming in. Most of the people told us there's going to be riots. And so I got myself ready. I got a baseball stick and I warned my staff, so watch out. And we just waited for them to come. And there was no police, so we had to protect ourselves. They started opposite us. Most of the shops were locked, so we was the only one open. And they targeted the shops that was closed. But when they saw me watching out for my business, they stood back. But there was more of them coming towards me. Then the riot police came. And that helped us a bit, and they just pushed them away from us.
For a charity called Retail Trust, we're the only charity that look after all 3 million people who work in the retail industry, and we're helping those affected by the riots, who are either shopkeepers, people who work in store, and their families. We've also had other organisations wanting to help in lots of different ways, and we've just launched a street team where people can volunteer to help hand out flyers about what we do, because we have a free and confidential helpline for people affected by the riots and people who do work in retail.
The way that Dealit works is there is a Google map that has a bunch of pinpoints on it that shows all the independent shops that were affected by the looting in London, and a little bit of detail about that shop so that people can favour those shops when they're going, on the regular trips down the high street. And yeah, the idea being that over time, by supporting these businesses, we can help them all get back on their feet.
I think I would just urge anybody who lives in a local community that knows anybody who's been affected by the riots, please tell them about Retail Trust. Our helpline again is 0808 801 0808. People can call about absolutely anything, but we are here to help anybody connected to retail, directly or indirectly, so that's staff, shopkeepers, and also their families who've been affected, because obviously nobody saw this coming.
It's always a tragic thing when you hear somebody dying, especially when they've been beaten up and attacked for not doing anything bad at all. Just questioning people for setting fire to a bin. It's also distressing because it's right on our doorstep. It's so close to home. I spoke to a youth who was 16 years old, and he confessed to me that he was thieving. He didn't have a job and he was stealing, and that's how he makes his living. And he was unrepentant. And I think there's a lot of people like that, a lot of people who were thieving that night, looting, rioting, used it as a cover just to steal and to be lawless. Our country makes more and more laws all the time because they're trying so hard to battle the symptoms rather than the root cause.